Guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another pickups video, and today we have my Christmas pickups. And basically I'm just going to show you the albums that I got for Christmas a couple weeks ago. I meant to make this video a week earlier than now, but I've been busy and now I got the time to make it. So without further ado, let's get this started. So I didn't get any vinyls or cassettes from Christmas. I just got CDs. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 CDs. And I will show them to you right now. So without further ado, let's get this started with Wasp Live in the Raw. This is a great Christmas present I got from my parents. This is a 2018 Mad Fish remaster, and it's a Wasp's like 1987 live album. But the reason why I got this 2018 remaster is just to get the bonus tracks here: the Shoot from the Hip live, Widowmaker live, Sex Drives live, and Sleeping in the Fire acoustic. And yeah, here's the CD. But what I love about this CD is Madfish took the pictures that they had on the inner sleeve of the vinyl and put them in here like a gatefold with a digipack, and I thought that was pretty cool. The coolest shot here is this shot right here, Johnny Rod with his bass, and Blackie Lawless with the crotch rocket exploding, if you guys can see that. And you got other cool shots like with the Chris Holmes here, Riley there, and basically all pictures from up to that point, from 84 to 87 for Wasp. And I'm going to show you the booklet quickly. Now the booklet I'm a bit disappointed in because there's not it's not having any pages in here. It's just 2 pages, which I'm kind of disappointed of. But yeah, basically that's the booklet. But I do like the backside though. This was the backside of the actual record and CD, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is a very underrated live album. I don't care. This isn't as praised as other live albums like Live After Death or Alive 2 or whatever. And Live on the Raw, some of the songs here are better than the I say none of the songs top the studio version, but there are some dead ties though. Like Inside Electric Circus is tie, I Don't Need No Doctor is a tie, 95 Nasty is a tie, Sleeping in the Fire. Actually, I like the live version of Sleeping in the Fire better than the studio version. I thought this one had more emotion, which was awesome. The Manimal, one of the new songs that they recorded in the studio and just added live noises to. It's a pretty fun song. I like it. The beginning's kind of funny with the Blackie singing like, "Oh, when I was a little boy," and yada yada yada. I Want to Be Somebody. I love the crowd participation in that. And then it goes into Harder Faster, the other song, the 7-minute long song that they record in the studio, once again add live noises. Love it. I actually love that song more than the Manimal. Blind Texas is what they ended their show with, and then like even the vinyl, the original pressings, they all ended with Scream Until You Like It, one of the songs that was on the soundtrack to Ghoulies 2. But the live track, the bonus tracks here are pretty awesome as well. Like Shoot from the Hit live is pretty awesome. Widowmaker live is really good. Sex Drive live is really good. And Sleeping in the Fire acoustic is really good, but it's not the entire song. They only go up to they only play half of the song acoustic, and then they stop for some reason. Like the song fades out. So all in all, this is a great live album. I just have 2 problems with this. One, they should have made the entire Sleep in the Fire acoustic the whole song. And second of all, which I think is the most important, they could have added these bonus songs onto the actual original pressing. Because instead of writing these 2 songs, yeah, I love these 2 songs, but they could have put these other songs on here. Like, they could have replaced the Manimal with Widowmaker or Shoot from the Hip. And the part where Harder Faster at the beginning, where Blackie is like talking about the PMRC, criticizing him and his band and stuff, and then they go into Harder Faster stuff. they actually played Sex Drive during the show, because I've listened to a lot of bootlegs from the Inside the Electric Circus tour, and whenever Blackie complained about the PMRC criticizing him, they will either go into Sex Drive or Animal. And I can understand they couldn't have Animal on here back in the day because of the whole controversy and stuff, but they could have had Sex Drive on here, and that would have been a good spot here for Hard Faster, but it's alright. At least I got it now on the bonus tracks. But anyways, it's a great live album. If you're a Wasp fan and if you hadn't heard this yet, or if you just want to hear some cool live metal music, check this out. Alright, next up is another good album. Not my favorite from this band, but it's my second favorite album from them. And this is Invasive Privacy by Rat. I think my grandparents got this for me for Christmas, or maybe my uncle and aunt, I forget. But this is my second favorite Rat album of all time. Not as good as Out of the Cellar, but it's up there. It's up there. Now this is I think 2012 or whatever. It's a Rock Candy repressing, and I love this company, Rock Candy, because they take albums that went out of print and put them back in print. Like they remastered the Quiet Riot albums from like Metal Health till QR, and for Rat they did from Out of the Cellar to Reach for the Sky. And the booklet here is amazing. Alright, I'm going to go through each picture. Rest in peace, Robin Crosby. I love Stephen Piercy here. I love how this booklet is basically each page has for each member. So that was for Steve Piercy. Here's Warren DeMartini. Robin Crosby. Awesome live shots of him. Rest in peace. He was a great guitar player. Bobby Boltzer. And Juan Crocier. If I pronounce his last name wrong, I apologize. And then here's a cool live shot of them here, like backstage, and then they have a song here, Rat Tonight, 8 o'clock, opening band, Bon Jovi, Irvine Meadows, Amphitheater. Pretty cool. And this album, like I said, is my second favorite Rat album. Starts off strong with You're in Love. Bit burnt out on it because I hear a lot on the radio on Hero Nation stuff, but I still love it. And it's a great way to start off the album with a catchy riff and catchy chorus. Other great songs on here are like Lay It Down, has such a cool guitar riff and groove. Sounds rich, sounds great. Closer to My Heart is a great ballad song. Now Rat, for being a hair band / glam metal band, they actually didn't do the power ballad thing in the 80s. They never did a power ballad. This is the closest that they came to a power ballad, and I think it was for the better, because most glam hair bands were slammed by a lot of people for doing power ballads and stuff, and this was the closest Rat ever did, and it's a really good hard rock song. It just starts off slow, but then it gets heavy as the song progresses, and I love this song, Closer to My Heart. It's a great song. And then when you go on to, side 2, some other great songs on here is What You Give Is What You Get is really catchy and good. Got Me on the Line is really good. And it ends great as well with Dangerous But Worth the Risk. So yeah, not as good as Out of the Cellar, but my second favorite Rat album. And I really enjoy this. And if you want to hear any cool hair metal albums from 1985, check this out. Alright, next up, probably the album I was most excited for that I got for Christmas is Peace Sells But Who's Buying from Megadeth. Isn't that funny how he went from Rat to Megadeth? But yeah, this is Megadeth, Peace Sells But Who's Buying. All of you thrash heads love this album. I'm trying to get into thrash so badly. I got this album. I also got Countdown to Extinction as well. I also got what's it called? Master Puppets from Metallica. I'm trying so hard to get into thrash now. Some songs I'm into, and other songs I can't. Like, there's some songs on each of these albums I've been buying, thrash albums. Like, some of the songs grab me and stuff, and other songs I just can't get into because either James Hetfield or Dave Mustaine sing way too fast, or you just can't make out what's going on. It's just too chaotic and out of time. But I really enjoyed this album. This is a original 86 or 87 CD pressing, as you can tell by the clear CD here. This isn't one of those stupid 2004 remaster / remix. I recommend for everybody to stay away from those remix ones because I don't know why Dave Mustaine did that, but they re-released their albums in the 2000s by remixing them, which some of them were okay, but most were not as good as the original. And here's a cool shot of the original lineup with Chris Poland and Garth Samuelson. Rest in peace. This album starts off great with a short song called Wake Up Dead. This is a Megadeth classic, very progressive, different riffs all over the place. It's very memorable. The lyrics are about Dave Mustaine cheating on his girlfriend and hanging out with this other girl named Diana, which Diana appears in a couple of other Megadeth songs. I think one of them she appears in is Trust, and a couple of others, I forget. But yeah, this is a great song. Then it goes into Conjuring. The Conjuring starts off creepy, then gets heavy and stuff. It's about a guy who gets into black magic and accidentally summons a demon, and then it goes into the classic title track Peace Sells. Probably the most accessible song, like, to the masses, and I love it. A little bit of burnt out on it, but I love it still. Devil's Island took me a while to get into the song. It had a cool intro and stuff and fast words, but this is the problem I have with this album sometimes. With some of these songs, Dave Mustaine just sings way too fast and way too snarly during the verses that you can't understand what he's saying. Because literally after I was done listening to this album, I actually pulled this album up on my phone and I was looking up these songs, looking at the lyrics to it, so that way I can try to read the lyrics and going along, because he sings it so fast that I can't keep up and understand what he's saying just by not reading the lyrics. I have to read the lyrics. Now it goes into the epic Good Morning Black Friday. Starts off with this creepy / sad intro with Dave Mustaine saying, so, I don't feel so good, something's coming over me, what the F is this? And then it goes into the fastest song on the album, and about this serial killer, and holy crap, the lyrics in here are really gory. Like the line, I mangle their faces till no features remain, and the other one, first take out the organs and cut off the head, and then I'm out to destroy you and I will cut you down, and then I'm waiting for Black Friday. It's an insane fast song and I love it. Then it goes into Bad Omen, once again kind of like The Conjuring Part 2, but more darker lyrics. Starts off with the creepy intro, then some bass work leads into the fast part, and this one's about some cult who worships the devil and stuff, and then the devil ends up coming, and instead of thanking them, he just has his demons rape them. Very dark lyrics, but the music makes up for it. Then it goes into the cover, I Ain't Superstitious, which is okay, but it brings down the album a little bit, but I still like it. And then the last song is My Last Words, and once again, more down on the album, like one of my lesser favorites on the album, but I still think it's good. But yep, enough of me talking about this great album. Peace Out was by Megadeth. If you haven't heard this, check this out. Now, the last CD I got for Christmas is a very underrated album, and I don't really see a lot of people in this fan base talk about that much. And I think this album is really good. It's not as good as the ones that came after it, but I still say it's a really good and very experimental album, and that is Queensryche Rage for Order. Now, Queensryche Rage for Order came out in 86, and 86 was the year of glam / thrash metal. You had you had new glam metal bands coming out at this time, like Cinderella, Poison, and Vinnie Vincent Invasion, and then you had all the big metal bands going glam like Iron Maiden, Ozzy, Judas Priest, and then you had the thrash metal bands starting to boil in the underground, like Metallica with Master of Puppets, Megadeth with Peace Sells with Who's Buying, Rain and Blood from Slayer, and I could go on and on. But Queensryche, they didn't go in either direction. They did their own direction, and that's why I give them so much respect for this. And yeah, this is like a 2004 remaster of this album, and instead of going for like a glam metal direction or a thrash direction, they decided to go with the experimental digital sound. And this album is just so unique and so different, especially for the time, is why I love it so much. And sure, there are some good metal songs there, like Walk in the Shadows and Surgical Strike, and then you have really weird experimental songs like I Only Dream Infrared, Gonna Get Close to You, the single. It's probably the weirdest song on the album, but I love it. Let's see what else. Oh, look at that. Rock and Roll. I think Queensryche were trying to do their own little rat thing, like Rat over here had Rat and Roll, while Queensryche tried to do Rock and Roll. And then you have lyrics here. My favorite part about this booklet is the live shots here, man. I would have loved to see Queensryche during this era. And they opened for some pretty good bands on this tour. They opened for Ozzy on The Ultimate Sin. They opened for Rat on Dancing Undercover. And yeah, they opened for AC/DC at the beginning of the tour. I'm not really a big fan of AC/DC. And they also opened for Bon Jovi on Slippery When Wet. And I hate Bon Jovi, so if I ever went to that tour, the Slippery When Wet tour, I would have gone for Queensryche and then left right after they were done before Bon Jovi came on. But enough of Bon Jovi, let's talk about Queensryche. Once again, I forgot to mention the image. The image that they had was gothic meets glam. And a lot of people slam this look, but I love this look. With the weird haircuts and robes they were wearing. I love this look. And I think it's very unique and awesome. Now let's get to the songs. Walk on the Shadows is a Queensryche classic. They always play it. It's probably the most well-known song on here. And I love it. Then goes into I Only Dream Infrared, atmospheric, beautiful. Love it. Then it goes into the Whisper, and I love that Egyptian riff. It sounds so Iron Maiden-ish, but original at the same time. That I love that. And then footsteps are following me faster, and so that chorus. And then it goes into Gonna Get Close to You, which is a very weird song. I love the keyboards in it. It gives like this creepy sound, and Jeff Tate singing like a stalker. He's like, outside your balcony, I have a room with a view, and I'm watching you. I dial your telephone each and every afternoon. Oh, it's so creepy, but it's awesome. And then it goes into Surgical Strike, which is more of a fast pace and more of like, the earlier Queensryche, more fast, heavier and stuff, more metal, and I love it. Then it starts with probably my favorite track on the album, New Regal. New Regal is a masterpiece. I love it. It starts off with this, with these keyboards and acoustic guitar, and then Jeff Tate singing the first verse of it in like this weird voice changer thing, and then it goes into that dun 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 dun. I love that. And then the chorus, I can hear the chimes ringing for you, for me. I can see your eyes, and then Jeff Tate's just screaming, the new Regal is here. I love that song. I love this song so much, New Regal. It's amazing. Let's see. Then after that we have Chemical Youth, We Are Rebellion. A decent song, but not one of my favorites. But I still like the We Are Rebellion. But then it goes into this weird part where they go, we will stand together. That part, it's fast, but it's a little bit weird. Then it goes into the ballad on the album, London. London, very slow song, but I love it for its atmosphere. Its atmosphere is amazing. And Jeff Tate brings out a great performance. And I love the chorus at London, London. I love that. And then I love how the song ends where it goes dun 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 dun. Let's see. What else is after London? Oh, Screaming in Digital. Probably my least favorite song on the album. Very weird song. And I think it's decent, but it's not one of my favorites on the album. And then it ends with I Will Remember, which is another ballad. And I don't know which version I like better, because I've actually heard an acoustic version on this, because on YouTube, in '92 during the Empire era, they did an acoustic set of songs that they had, and they played this, and I think it turned out really good acoustically, but I don't know which version I like better. I think I might like the acoustic version more, but the studio version is really good as well. But yep, that's Queensryche Rage for Order. So yeah. Oh, forgot to mention one more thing. Also, let me know in the comments, you Queensryche fans that are watching this, let me know what you think of this album in the comments, because I don't see that many people talk about it. I love this album, and I want to know your opinions on it as well. So yeah, that's all the CDs I got for Christmas. But there's one more thing I got for Christmas. It's not an album, but it's related to metal. And it's really cool. It's an Iron Maiden 7 Son of a 7 Son tour book, or 7 Tour of a 7 tour book. Try to say that 10 times fast. And this has got to be one of the rarest Iron Maiden tour books. Not as rare as the Killers tour book, but it's probably the most rarest tour book out of their prime, like, you know, when they were really popular, which I don't completely understand, because this tour was successful. It was a headlining tour, and this album did go gold, so I don't know how this tour book is so rare, but who cares? I love this tour book, and my parents got this for me, and I was so happy when I got this. This is just awesome. Now, this tour book is mostly words and dialogue and stuff, and some of the pages are full of pictures, but most of them it's writing. And the writing here, they had this guy that interviewed each band member, and the band members are telling funny stories that happened through that time period and stuff. I didn't read the entire thing. I read a couple pages, and apparently Dave Murray was almost got arrested while in Florida, while they were on tour in Florida during Power Slave. Apparently somebody robbed a store near the hotel he was hanging out at, and he fit the description, and the cops tried to arrest him, and he eventually convinced them. And Dave Murray also threw some guitars into the crowd during some shows. Like one time he was drunk and he kept messing up. He got so frustrated that he kept messing up. He threw his guitar into the crowd, and the roadies had to go and grab the guitar out of the stands. And another time he threw a guitar and hit a policeman in the head with it. Check out that shot of Bruce. That's awesome. And Dave Murray there. Let me think what else. Oh yeah. Steve Harris also talks about how at the end of each show, the last show of each tour, the road crew comes out at the end and throws pies at them and whatever. They just throw water and pies at them as like a joke and stuff, for like, hey, good job on the tour and stuff. And for the Somewhere on Time tour, Steve talks about how in Osaka was the last show, I think, and he said, he says in here that him and the rest of the band locked themselves up in the dressing room, and the whole road crew came out later on, and they were confused. And then after the show, the road crew was so pissed off at them, and then Steve's talking about like how they're nervous on what the road crew is going to do this year during this tour. But yeah, I'll stop talking and I'll let you look at these pictures. That's a cool shot of Steve right there. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you saw this tour or not, the 7 Son tour. And yeah, that's it. That's all the stuff I got for Christmas that's metal related and stuff. Oh, I also got an Aussie t-shirt for Christmas as well, but that's in the laundry right now because I wore it recently and now it's in the laundry, so I couldn't pull that out. But trust me, it's a pretty cool, awesome Aussie shirt. It's basically Aussie's logo from the Diary of a Madman album cover, and it's awesome. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry if this album was too. Sorry if this video was too long. I gotta make my videos shorter. I apologize for that, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know your thoughts and comments on the stuff I showed, and tell me in the comments stuff that you got for Christmas. That was like, you know, any albums you got. And thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, and I will see you guys later. Peace.